Hello and welcome to Sandy Bay. Right, so in this video it's just going to be a small video and I'm going to quickly show you how to mix TMR on the Maize plus Forage extension add-on. So there's been a couple of questions about how do I mix the TMR and what should you put in and what ratio. So I'm just going to quickly show you and maybe help so you can understand what it is I do and also what you could do depending on what feed mixer you've got and also depending on what size bales you do and all that kind of stuff. So the bales I'm going to be using today are going to be 4,000 litre capacity. I usually use 6,000 litres in my Let's Plays or even in my own personal save game. I just prefer it that way, but obviously the standard bale size is 4,000, so we're going to be using that. Also, we're going to be using a 3,000 litre bucket, and we've got a lot of stuff lying around that we need to use. And also, we've got the maize silage, and we've also got whole crop silage. Well, that's grass silage, and then we've got whole crop silage here. So also, I've got a coon feed mixer that comes with the game, the standard game. I've also got the Sour King feed mixer that comes with the standard game. And then I've put in the Anderson feed mixer that comes with the Anderson DLC pack. These gradually go up from left to right in capacity size. So the Coon holds 12,000 litres, well 11,893, but let's call it 12,000. The Sour King holds 16,000 litres exactly, and the Anderson holds 29,393, so that's 30,000 litre capacity. So the reason that I've got three piles of maize silage, whole crop silage and grass silage is because if you've got a bale size of 4,000 litres but you've got a capacity of let's say 12,000 litres on your feed mixer, you're not going to be able to mix with the bales in this mixer. You really need to use a pit so you can be more precise on your mixes, because if you put in let's say a bale of maize silage, a bale of grass silage and then a bale of straw, that's your 12,000 litre mix already. And then you obviously can't put in your other ingredients that you need. So you need to keep that in mind. If you're using a small mixer, especially the ones that come with the standard game, they're all pretty small, then you're going to need a bucket and you're going to need a pit and you're going to need your material loose. As you get bigger in size, you can obviously start using bales. That's what I find is best anyway. So the bigger the capacity, the easier it is to use bales. The smaller the capacity, that's when you're going to be using a bucket. So let's talk about the stuff that's going to go in a feed mix. So you basically need maize silage, whole crop silage, straw, grass silage, and a concentrate, which can either be soybeans, CCM if you've got the extension, and also barley and canola. And then you need a moisture food, so that can be sugar beets or potatoes. So these two you can choose from, and then these three piles you can choose from separately. So that's basically what's needed for a feed mix now with this forage extension. So there's two ingredients in the mix that you don't have to put in there, but they're there to make up the bulk. So whole crop silage, you can mix anywhere in between 0%, so nothing, to 50%, and the same with straw. So straw is 0% to 35%. So you've got to keep that in mind when you're obviously trying to calculate what mix you're going to put in. Because at the end of the day, they can be the ones that you can use just to bulk it up at the end. As long as you've got all the other ones mixed right in the right bracket, that's just there to make up the volume. So I'll go through what you need. So your maize silage is 20% to 50%, whole crop silage is 0% to 50%, straw is 0% to 35%, grass silage is 20% to 50%, your concentrate is 1% to 15%, and then your moisture food is 2% to 15%. So what you want to really be looking at there is, a lot of the time, is the minimum, especially with the concentrate, because you're going to put just a small amount of that stuff in, but you need to make sure you do the minimum. So your main two ingredients in the mix are going to be maize silage and grass silage. You need a minimum of 20% in there of each of them. So that's going to be the bulk of it. However, it really just depends. It really is customised to what you're doing on the farm. If you've got a lot of maize silage, you can go up to 50%. If you haven't got much whole crop silage, you don't need to put it in. But if you've got a lot of whole crop silage, you can obviously add it in to bulk it up. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using these mixes. I'm going to make TMR in each of them. I'm going to show you, I've calculated what should go in each one of these mixes, and I'm going to show you how I do it. And if you've got one of these, then you know pretty much straightforward how to do it. And also, if you haven't, it'll hopefully give you an idea of how to calculate what you're doing. quickly, I just want to say before I start doing the mixes, since the last update of the Maize plus Forage extension mod, you can now obviously bale off maize silage, and the next update coming out for it, you'll be able to bale off whole crop silage. So soon you'll be able to do all bale types using any baler, so you don't need to worry about that anymore. That's not far down the line. I think it's pending now with Giants, so very soon you'll be able to bale off anyway whole crop silage. Right, so the first thing I'm going to put in this is 3,000 litres of maize silage. Now, because I haven't got loose straw, and I am using bales of straw, that's going to be the last thing I put in. Because no matter what happens, it won't go over then. It's just going to go up to the level I wanted it to, and it'll consume the bale, but it won't go over, and it'll still keep the ratio where I need it to be. So I advise, if you have got a bale, and it's only the one type, so if you've just got straw bales, the best thing to do is just put that in last. So the next thing we're going to put in is 3,000 litres of grass silage. And then lastly, we're just going to put in 2,000 litres of whole crop silage. So I went a tiny bit over, but it'll be alright. I mean, that's probably the most difficult bit, is just making sure that you're quite precise with it. I mean, it's a lot easier to have a bucket size that you're aiming for, so if you've got a 2,000 litre bucket, just use that. So now I'm going to put 1,000 litres of a concentrate in, and then 1,000 litres of a moisture. So we'll pick soybeans for this one. So we'll put 1,000 litres of soybeans in. And then we're going to put 1,000 litres of sugar beets in. Right, so the last thing we're going to put in is straw. These are 4,000 litre bales. We've only got 2,000 litre capacity. And as you can see, it's now 100% full, and it's TMR. So always put your straw bale in last, or whatever bale it is you've got that you want to put in. If if you haven't got any loose product but you've got a bale, just put it in last, and it will make the mix correct. Right, so that's the first one done. So you've got TMR there, ready mixed, and as you feed that to the cows, basically that'll fill up 3 of the categories, the feed categories. So that'll be 25% in each health, which will bring the cows up to 75% health or production rate. And then the last 25%, you need to put some version of hay in. So you can use, on Sandy Bay, you can use clover hay, alfalfa hay, or normal grass hay, and that will give you 100% production rate. So pretty straightforward so far. Right, so the Silo King. This one was 16,000 litres. Just move this out of the way. So with this one, I'm going to use some bales, but also I'm going to use a bucket, just because the capacity's got bigger and it gives me some room to obviously use a bale. So I'm going to be using 1 grass silage bale, 4,000 litres. I'm going to be using 1 maize silage bale at 4,000 litres. I'm then going to be using 3,000 litres of whole crop silage, so a full bucket load. Then we're going to put 1,000 litres of a concentrate in. This time we'll use barley. If I don't pick up the snow first. And then this time we'll use potatoes instead, and it's going to be 1,000 litres of potatoes. And all we need to do now is really put 3,000 litres of straw in. Again, put the straw in at the end. So we've got a 4,000 litre bale. And there you go. It's full 16,000 litres and it's TMR. Right, so the last one, it's going to be a lot of bales on that one. So we're going to be basically putting in 2 bales of grass silage, 2 bales of maize silage, 1 bale of whole crop silage, 1 bale of straw, which we'll need to get because these ones are degraded, the snow's got to them, and then we're going to use 2,000 litres of a concentrate, so we'll go with canola, and then 2,000 litres of sugar beets, and that will give us pretty much around 30,000 bang on. So let's quickly do that. Right, so there you go. 29,000 litres, not 100% full, 98% full. I put a little bit extra canola in because we had the room for it. But again, we still made TMR. Right, so hopefully that's helped you to make TMR with the Maize Plus silage add-on, and give you an idea of maybe, you know, what you need to do. My advice would be, you know, buy a feed mixer that suits the size of farm you've got, and then if you're going for a small one, get yourself a good bucket. So if you know you want to put 3,000 litres in, get a 3,000 litre bucket. If you're putting 1,000 litres in, same, get a 1,000 litre bucket. Kind of make it tailor-made to what you're doing, your mixes. And also, you know, if you're getting a bigger one, you've got your bales. It does make it a lot easier. And if you need to use a bucket, then obviously you know you're going to be doing maize silage in a pit, or you're going to be doing grass silage in a pit. Right, so that's that. Hopefully it's helped you. If it has, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that every time. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos on Farming Simulator. See ya.